Chilliwack. The last time I was here, my day started in front of a rather photogenic cow. Back then, I was accompanied by the wonderful Christina Legault as we explored the many facets of the Whack, from Garrison Village to right here in District 1881. This time, however, I'm flying solo, as I check out the development of Cedarbrook by local developer Westbow, who claim that Cedarbrook is a home for everyone. With a big push in the community, Westbow are using urban planning strategies and market research to cultivate microparks, commercial villages and riverside trails, all in an effort to help a variety of people make Cedarbrook their home and bring the place to life. Founded in 1997 right here in Chilliwack, Westbow's main bases of operation are across BC and the great province of Saskatchewan. Recent award winners of the best multifamily low-rise development for their Webster Heights apartments from the Fraser Valley Housing Award of Excellence, along with the best single-family detached home at North Point, which we will actually be covering in another episode. Cedarbrook is doubling down on that Westbow promise with a master plan community full of single-family lane homes, row homes, duplexes, and even some condos if they tickle your fancy. But to get a better sense of what is actually happening, I think we need to go see the writing on the wall. Just as soon as I finish this coffee. Really is some of the best I've ever had in Canada. What we are currently seeing around us is a master plan community in action, with over 25% of it currently complete. We have the construction of townhomes and row homes just here in Area G, with the pre-construction started on the townhomes and trail homes right here in Area D. Now, living here in Cedarbrook also puts you within a 5-minute drive to Chilliwack's leisure and cultural centres, while also only being a short jaunt further to the infamous Cultus Lake. I might maybe question the developer's claims that you are an hour's drive from downtown Vancouver, especially with the current state of traffic these days, but realistically, you're probably not moving out here to get immediate access back to the city anyways. Besides, if you do buy a house out here, you are dangerously close to some of the coolest local shops and cafes I have ever seen in Canada. Okay, here's the thing. I am a city boy at heart. I make no apologies for it, despite how much the folks back at the REW HQ might make fun of me for never wanting to leave downtown Vancouver. But Westbow are doubling down on building a community here for everyone at Cedarbrook. They have big plans to blend the ease of urban living with the access to nature that you want by moving out this side of the Fraser Valley, which is evident when you see Westbow's plan for what they're calling the hub of the community. Only a short walk from your new potential home. The plan is to feature cafes and commercial spaces to really bring this place to life, offering something for everyone, including a city slicker like me. In the warmer months though, you can expect to enjoy the 10 acres of space to see the splash parks, sports fields, playgrounds, and the 4 kilometers of trails next to the creek that are open to both residents and the general public. But to talk about that, I think we should take a look outside. Like I said, Cedarbrook is a master plan community. Now that means multiple phases over multiple years. Currently, we're standing at about 25% of the overall completed project. However, most of the amenities were prioritised and are already in place and can be used as of today. Not only that, but Westbow have also put their money where their mouth is, offering multiple events and gatherings to the residents and wider community throughout the year. Ultimately, when this place is expected to complete in 2028, it's going to be a 500 plus home community, buzzing with life. One of the things you might notice just walking around here is the introduction of lane homes to some of the builds. Commonly described as a mortgage helper, these are separate from a primary residence, usually located in the rear of a property. So, whether you decide to rent them out to offset the cost of your mortgage, as their namesake implies, or throw your in-laws in there when they come to visit, you can rest assured that your space remains truly yours. Also good to know that while Chilliwack does have public transport in the form of local and regional bus service, I'm going to assume you have a car if you are living in the Whack. So obviously, parking is going to be a big concern. Well, the developer has told us that each home will be allocated 1 or 2 car spaces depending on the home. and visitor parking will be available throughout the community. Unfortunately, with no additional parking for sale, at least at the moment anyway. When you're not cozied up in your new home though, you get all of this community to explore. 4 kilometers of trails, 10 acres of parks, fenced dog parks, 2-tiered playgrounds, and more. The developer claims that Cedarbrook is a home for everyone. And while I'm sure that is technically true and anyone could live here, at the moment, it does seem to me like they are specifically catering for the younger family demographic, or even those looking to upsize for a bit more space, which makes complete sense when you see the biggest selling point of these homes: the price. I won't tease you too long on this one. A brand new home at Cedarbrook is starting at just $614,900, which gets you a 3-bed, 2.5-bath townhome. As you may have guessed, there are multiple options available when it comes to home type in this development. So you can expect to just tip above the $1.2 million mark at the high end of the scale. However, that does genuinely seem to get you more bang for your buck out here, with the addition of basement suites and whatnot. The first thing you are going to notice here though is the 10-foot ceilings, a welcomed breath of fresh air after condo living, along with the absolute insane amount of natural light coming in. When it comes to personalization, you get your choice of 3 different color schemes: Madeira, Catalina, or Newport. And while the names might seem a bit abstract, I for one am actually a fan, especially the soft grey in the Catalina. After that, you've got the recessed LED lighting throughout the main living area, along with the laminate V-groove flooring flowing into the kitchen and dining area, and a stain-resistant nylon carpet throughout the upper floors. A must for anyone who has clumsy kids in their lives. Or clumsy partners, I guess. Appliances will be stainless steel Samsung with upgradable options. Finishes will differ depending on the type of home you're purchasing, but here we are seeing the polished quartz countertop, hexagonal tile backsplash, and stainless steel undermount double sink with a pull-down faucet. Okay, so the house looks great. Intentional, set in a beautiful location, we get it. But what do you really need to know about it? Well, first off, it is a leasehold. A 125-year leasehold to be exact. If you don't know, leaseholds are a type of interest in land where the owner has a right to use a property for a defined period of time. Leaseholds can be hugely complex, and I'm not even going to try and break it down in this video, as it would end up taking at least an hour to get it right. My advice? Speak to a great realtor about whether a leasehold is the right option for you. When it gets more straightforward though, is assignment. It's not allowed. Easy. Also, the maintenance fees, between $70 to $90 per month. If you are interested in purchasing a home in Cedarbrook, you're going to need a 10% deposit at subject removal. And while there is no incentives running at the time of recording this video, it is always worth your while to reach out and check with the sales center directly so that you can carve a little bit of slice of paradise in this here beautiful valley. The last time I was in Chilliwack, I realized that there was more to this community than its agricultural heritage. Cedarbrook is yet more living proof of that. A future-thinking development, designed for the whole community, focused on connection points and intentional design. I've joked a lot in these videos about my penchants for city living, but with developments like Cedarbrook springing up, I think it might be time to reevaluate my preferences when it comes to home ownership. A diverse community for all demographics? Seems like the dream, right?